series for both teams. It's the last series for them in the group stage.
Yeah, and it's a very comfort draft for EG, as it always is. Puck Coil plus Dawnbreaker ult plus Phoenix ult. There's a lot of big circles exploding on the screen.
Name of the game is normally circles, and we'll see which circle takes the square and takes that victory.
I'm also just gonna say, I haven't seen him win with a hard carry yet on Saberlight, so yeah. EG wins this game, then Entity picks their offlane carries again, and then they win, and it's gonna be 1-1.
Okay.
You can doubt me if you want, but literally the ending I predicted last game was perfect.
Loser coming across. Yeah, walking uphill might be a little bit dangerous. Celestial Hammer thrown and eventually pulled back, but nothing doing. Arteezy just setting up with the sentry.
Oops.
Yep, easy block on the camp. Doesn't want any big camp
30
shenanigans.
seconds to battle.
Our favorite little stone boy in the mid lane. Do you think Tiny is cute?
Level 1 Tiny. Pretty adorable.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But as he grows bigger, it becomes less and less so, right?
No, I think he's still cute because you're watching this little
The battle
little rock
begins.
turn into a giant boulder, achieve his dreams.
Oops.
It's always nice to see someone achieve their dreams.
That is true. And very wholesome.
Yeah, he's a wholesome hero to watch. So,
Oops.
we'll see how these lanes end up going. Any lane in particular that you're thinking to look out for?
I think the most important lane will be the top lane, probably. Like, Brewmaster needs to not completely get shut down a lane, and then they'll be okay. I'm just worried that, because Brewmaster doesn't lane too well into Ursa at all.
Well, we'll
Like,
see
bot
how
lane
it
should
does.
just be farm fest. Chen Void shouldn't get pressure too much for the Dawnbreaker.
You don't think this lineup can pressure that well with tag team snowball shards?
I mean,
If
they
they catch
can,
him
but
with
they
the
can only
time
kill
lockdown?
Tuss. I mean, they can only kill Chen if he's out of position, right? Which he really shouldn't be, because the Void is unkillable.
Well, I might just die. Yeah.
How did that happen?
Just continually hit with right clicks and lightning bolts. So eventually the light ticks out.
Well, that is not supposed to happen. Now suddenly Zeus is very strong, has his Basilisk already.
The power before Zeus. One of my signature heroes.
The best hero.
Jump in on the Toby. He's trying to run back, and the Fire Spirit's being thrown, so burning just a little bit. Not enough damage to get kills here, but he said Bassi there for the Zeus coming out. He's going to have that mana
Fishman,
regen.
you're dead.
Ooh, Chen going down. Nightfall.
This lane is way too broken, actually. Like, if you're out of position ever as Chen, you just die. Because tag team applies on every Starbreaker proc.
Well, that's what I'm saying against the Void, right? Like, level 1 in Time Lock is a 24-second cooldown. You make them use it without the abilities if you can, or even just a Starbreaker, and now all of a sudden it's on cooldown again.
Yeah, but I mean, if he doesn't get greedy, he won't die here. Same as Fishman, really. Just don't get greedy. Very important thing to keep in mind. Like, greed is honestly just a killer in Dota. You will never die if you're not greedy, I can promise you that.
Okay.
Laning stage, at least. Okay, obviously Dota gets a lot more complicated as we dive deeper into it later. But you can already see.
Taking a lot of damage top again.
Yeah, that's a tough name for our little boy Brewmaster. I'm also curious to see what items he's gonna go for.
Doing some damage here onto Arteezy. He's forced to even just use that Earth Shock to get away. We haven't really talked about mid lane yet between Abed and Stormstormer.
Yeah, I mean, Tiny should win this lane just a little bit. Just because of how much bonus damage he has over the puck.
Again, up top, Toby taking a lot of damage. They've got Arteezy and Fly trying to get a kill onto the Brewmaster, but he still is able to walk out. And now Arteezy again, he's sitting quite low. Zeus, if he were to chase, might have just died. He's got a Mango to work with, so even with this Mango, you need to be careful. And again, Fishman bottom, he goes down, and Saberlight, he's got no time walk.
Yeah, Fishman has to be so careful that he never ever steps up, because if he does, he will just die there. He has to play as far to the back as possible. The Starbreaker damages too much. He has no time walk. He's dead too.
Oh gosh, they get Saberlight. They'll take out Arteezy though top. So the carries get traded, and now they're going to turn. They're going to look over at Fly. He's got no Icarus dive. But the Zeus has no mana, so with Heavenly Jump on cooldown, they can't go and get this this Phoenix. That's what I talked about. The time walk on cooldown, all of a sudden Saberlight just gets caught out of position.
I have to say I'm a little bit surprised that he is not maxing time walk. We usually see people max time walk when they play against these aggro lanes just to sustain your health all the time. But he's going heavier into the bash, which sort of cost him his life. So far, the big winner for them is still a Tiny.
Toby again, getting aggressed on Fire Spirits, burning and burning and burning him away. Fly with the kill, and Zeus? He's just dead.
Radiant's top tower is under
He just
attack.
walked up to melee range into the Ursa.
Yeah, I don't understand that. He was able to just right-click him down. There was no reason to stop, right?
Yeah, it was like, hey, you just used the jump, didn't you? Well, I'm gonna eat you. Thank you, sir.
So far, it's just been a bloodbath. Back and forth, and Toby's putting pressure on again. Hammer, Saberlight.
Oh, he has no time
here with no
again.
time walk, and he's gonna die again. Nightfall now dominating.
Hey, Fishman,
Courier goes down, but that might leave Fishman vulnerable to a snowball, a Starbreaker, and another kill here for EG in the bottom lane.
This was never.
Alright, you have to respect this lane a bit more. Fishman also just like kind of standing by the side lane, killing a courier. Void's going to be back bottom, but like, you need to max time walk in this lane, and that's what I mean. You are not used to playing hard carries. I told you he's not. So his skill build is wrong.
Well, now he's gone level 2 in the time, so it's 2-1-2.
Yeah, but it should have really been level 3 already. He should have died like 0 times.
Solar Guardian, and they're gonna go and try and take this fight against Stormer, but Stormer with the haste is a hard man to catch, a hard boulder on the roll.
Were they looking for Fly, actually?
They're gonna go, but the Waiting Rift, no toss anymore. Stormer still moving very quickly, though, as that haste lasts just long enough.
Yeah,
Nightfall.
I'm so surprised that the Solar Guardian, they're looking for he still
Well,
jumped
he's
off.
hammer, but he's got the
Middle tower is
heavenly
under
jump,
attack.
and actually stunned up by one of the shard golems.
Space created though, like now Void has so much free farm at the bottom there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He has free farm for now, and he is level 6, so he does finally have the Chronos.
Yeah, and up better to pin to the bottom.
Top lane, easy. He's getting run down. All 3 heroes are here on the tier 1 tower. Nobody here to save him. So Toby in a lane that
Radiant's middle tower is
didn't
under
exactly
attack.
feel comfortable for a Brew. He's gotten the kill on the Ursa twice.
Yep, and he's close to level 6 already. Look at the net worth, same as Ursa. It's really just the Dawnbreaker that's the big winner so far for EG.
Dire
If they
are
get the
scanning.
coil on this puck, on this Void,
Radiant's bottom tower
trouble.
is under attack.
He would almost
Radiant
likely
structures are
be
fortified.
forced to chrono away, I would say. But they'll back out. I'm head over to the side, and he's going to farm up this
Dire's
camp with
structures are
Stormer in the
fortified.
vicinity. They do see where this puck is, but they don't exactly have eyes on everybody else, so they need to be a little bit careful. Stormer unable to get the sentry down, and that means that crit will take out that ops for Abed to get more gold up. Top lane,
Yeah.
Fly taken out, and they'll kill off the Phoenix. Just chasing him under the tower, it makes it real easy. They've continued to just put the pressure on with all 3 heroes here.
Yeah, while Void is already into his Midas. No boots
Radiant's
Midas, going
bottom
very
tower
greedy.
is under attack. Dire's top tower is under
Despite him
attack.
dying twice, like his network is still good.
He's gonna TP towards top.
That
Here with
tower's
3
gone.
other heroes, and that tower, yeah, that tower is gonna drop. Nobody coming to defend that.
This game is really not looking that good for EG right
Dire's
now,
top
actually.
tower is under
They're gonna
attack.
trade for the bottom tower. Probably
Radiant's
they have
bottom
Solar
tower
Guardian,
is under attack.
but they need to do something good with this.
Well, we've seen the damage from Dawnbreakers that get a decent start.
Yeah,
I
and
wouldn't
he's
mark
got
them
more
out
than
just
his
yet,
start.
Dire's
but
top tower has fallen.
you can definitely see Dawnbreaker start to
Radiant's
really
bottom tower
output the
is under
damage.
attack.
Who was it? Was it the Riot Masters where they were? It was with like the Deso build.
Yeah, every Dawnbreaker is
Radiant's
it.
bottom tower
We
is
see what
under
he's going
attack.
for. Echo Saber so far. The bot tower is gone.
Puck might get caught.
Radiant's
Chrono
bottom
Fire.
Saberlight, Chrono just on the edge, but they've got the
Where's the
Solar
damage,
Guardian
though?
and the Sunray. The sustainability's there, so Chrono's going to be on cooldown. They can jaunt and
It's gonna get
use
caught
that
instead.
recoil.
Dire's top
He's
tower.
over and nearby, but he's got the Primal Split. He uses that, but it's not going to matter. They get the code of Saberlight. They'll look over and take out Crit over in the mid lane, and Zeus gets credit for that. Abed, Illusory Orb down on the low ground. Fly here to help just in case. And Nightfall, Celestial Hammer means he can make some distance between him and these pandas. So a Tusk for a Void is certainly worth it for the side of EG.
Yeah, and also Chrono cooldown. Like that thing is on cooldown for 2 minutes now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Toss on RTZ. Not doing much. There will be a tome for Katome to get that Thunder God's Wrath. And then
Yeah.
I believe the tome was being sent out for Fly, right? Yeah, so he'll have Supernova.
Were you a little bit surprised by that Chrono coming out, by the way? Like, Puck was full HP throughout. Sure, there was a Solar Guardian, but he wouldn't even have dropped below half. Like, there was no damage coming into it at all.
Yeah, he didn't have the team, he didn't have the farm, and the sustainability for EG in situations like that against the Chrono just feels so good. Especially when nobody's really able
Radiant's
to
middle
take
tower is under
the
attack.
Phoenix
Coil
out of the
again, this is the
equation.
point.
Dream Coil, Snowball, all coming in. They've got the Walrus Punch, they have the control, they get the kill on a Saberlight, and he is now just behind Abed and Farm, and it is not looking good for the Faceless Void.
Yeah. This was getting pressured a lot.
Oh,
Radiant structures.
Here's a
are
jump, he's
fortified.
fine. All good.
Artee's
Yeah,
about
for
to
the
go in
blink
Battle
dagger.
Fury.
Yeah, he's gonna go for the greed. Which isn't bad because the Void is so far behind. And his team is making a lot of space for him. They do have a mech soon on Chen.
Nightfall's cleaning up the Chen army from Fishman.
Dire's middle tower is under
Who's the
attack.
saving grace for Entity right now? Because Saberlight's so far behind. Like, can the Tiny hold the game?
It's gotta be the Tiny with the Blink Dagger. That's up in 100. Like him and Katomi, they can definitely deal a ton of damage.
There's still so much sustainability.
Yeah, they'll definitely have some problems sticking on targets.
And there's the Blink Dagger, so we'll see when they choose to
Dire's
enact
middle
their
tower is
plan
under
with
attack.
that Blink Dagger. Stormer hoping for a rune, but it ends up being bottom. It's an illusion rune that's
Radiant's
bottled up for
bottom
Abed,
tower
and
is under
well,
attack.
not going to have another haste or anything like that. Just a 1k lead, but space for Arteezy.
Dire are scanning.
Nightfall still doing well. Stormer sitting here mid with this Zeus.
Revealed his Blink already.
Yeah, I believe he might have caught an illusion.
Yeah. Oh, Rich. Nightfall is
Shard. Fishman
Ooh,
caught,
nice one.
but
Nice tornado
with
usage,
the Wild Wing, he's able to use the Tornado to push himself out. He's trying to get to Roche to deny himself, but the last shot is there for crit. A lot of these Chen players have gotten to be really good with that Tornado to push them away.
Yeah, certainly. Getting a lot better at using the new Chen army, which is much more improved, like 2.0 basically. Void is still hard pressed to recover though right now.
Going Massive Madness after this Midas.
So long before he gets the BKB, which is going to be so important. Tusk and Dawnbreaker are waiting for someone.
Yeah, if Tusk and Dawnbreaker are able to get anything, Crit and Nightfall are waiting for somebody to show up in the top lane, but Toby not even close to the lane anymore. And Nightfall, I believe, does he have BKB? No, just the Mithril Hammer for now. He can always disassemble the Echo Saber, make BKB if he wants to.
Yeah, still is a recipe, of course. Might even choose to go into the Desolate because he's having such a good game.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Solar Guardian, Dream Coil placed down onto Stormer, who went in on the Ovid. That was a very ambitious play, but the Starbreaker misses. Not going to matter with the Celestial Hammer and the Waning Rift of Ovid to get the kill on the Stormer. As the second one is followed up by Nightfall, and they take out Fishman too.
He told me as well.
Didn't really have the ulti there for the Chen to sustain the Tiny a little bit longer, as he was surviving for a little bit, but just not enough.
Yeah, this is a big problem now. Like the
Radiant's middle tower
team of Entity has very little room to make plays just because Void has to catch back up. Like his Chrono has been off cooldown for about 5 minutes at this point. He just can't find any slot to use it in because the damage is very lacking.
He doesn't have any damage at all to really make anything work with that Chrono, as was evident the last time, and he hasn't really progressed since then. He's gotten a Midas, but that doesn't really mean much. Right now, Solar Guardian's down, though, so to make a jump with the Chrono, maybe you have something.
His BKB is in Korea, though.
Yeah, to go on to Nightfall, he's got almost 2,000 health.
Oh, his BKB is in Korea.
Stormer's going to die while they're going for Nightfall. They'll go to the Primal Split.
BKB's ready.
Try to control him, but there's the BKB. Celestial Hammer, Saberlight, Chrono now committed, but here's the rest of the team. Fly trying to help with the Sunray, and Nightfall survives Thunder God's Wrath, even committed. They finally get the kill on a Nightfall, but what's going to be the cost? Dream Coil down, Waning Rift on it too. Primal Split, Chrono both used. Abe getting a little bit low. He has to be careful. He'll fall to Katome. They get Saberlight. Crit, he's in too far. He's not going to make it out, even with the pig pole. So EG, it felt like they had leaded through all of the abilities of Entity, and eventually just it felt like Entity had run out of options, and they still come out ahead, even with Saberlight dying.
But that's the problem, though. Arteezy could have easily TP'd there. He was full health and very good mana pool, but he's prioritizing creeps over everything. I think it could have been a much more balanced fight if he TP'd there. Because they already used everything on Nightfall. He's there to clean up potentially.
Before with the Desolator and the Starbreaker, it feels like he can just one-shot some of these heroes. Or one Starbreaker, that is.
Yeah, but he's still quite far away from the Deso. Like 2,000 gold, so not too soon. But that BKB on Ursa is going to be massive for those fights. 400 away from that. Brew with the axe already, so he's pretty farmed.
They're at an okay timing. Not exactly sitting high on the net worth as the list goes on. It's actually Stormer who leads, then of course it's Toby, then Saberlight who's trying to get back in with the BKB of his own. He did have Maelstrom queued up before, but I guess he's gone for the Audible, which ended up being the BKB. Shadow Blade for the Tiny.
I mean, Tiny's still keeping up relatively nice, but you can already see like the cores of EG are just getting so rich that eventually they might just be too strong and overpower the side of Entity. Most of the net worth really comes from Zeus right now. He's insanely farmed 4+4.
Yeah, he's already got the point booster. He's 3,000 gold away from getting the Axe. Then he can drop down that Nimbus. Blink, Avalanche, Toss, and the Thunder God's Wrath. That all combines to get a kill there onto Fly. So they keep taking out the Phoenix. By the way, Fly got into the Shard. So yes, he's got the Refresher queued up, but he does have a Shard, and that's why his gold's back down.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I was really hoping for the Tranquil straight Shard, or a straight Refresher.
Nah, the Shard is just a little bit too good. Like, what does it do? It allows you to sun ray during supernova, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and it slows also.
Fortified.
Yeah, it's just one of the best shards that you really can't afford to not buy. Kind of like the Zeus shard as well.
Toby with the Axe is one perseverance into that refresher, so
Dire are
soon
scanning.
for Primal Splits.
TM.
Not terribly far away, but Sword Guardian Storm are caught. And they'll get the kill into the Tiny
Don't be giddy
Dig
on
for
him.
50 seconds. Yeah, he went to the Shadow Blade. He wants to now go for the BKB, but that timing might end up being a little bit too late for him with the pressure that EGF put on at times. And soon, Nightfall will have this Deso to start working with and going for the Blink Dagger. It's usually like a Blink Starbreaker move that we see from these Dawnbreakers, and it does output a lot of damage, so you're going to need to be careful on Entity.
Radiant are
So the
scanning.
problem
They
is
scanned.
that they're just getting
Dude,
Radiant middle
pushed
tower.
back.
they don't have a
Fishman.
TP on Saberlight at the moment. It's on cooldown for a couple more seconds. We'll immediately go to the TP as he sees
Radiant's
Fishman
structures
die.
are fortified.
And this tier 1 tower is not long for this world.
And Roshan is up too. So Fishman turns into Deadman.
Radiant's top
Roshan should be
tower
dead for the
fallen.
taking. Should be an easy shot for the Ursa as well. Desolator now done on the Dawnbreaker. That's a lot of damage, a lot of net worth.
Who's going to grab this shard? Just Arteezy?
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
yeah, it's
is
gonna be
under
a TG.
attack.
And now the Battle of Fury build is really paying off as well. Paid off for it a long time ago, now just gonna give more and more value exponentially.
Radiant's top
Almost
tower
into his
is
basher
under
too.
attack.
One stats up. Even if the Void just gets bashed once, he might just die. There's just no damage from the Void. He has a Massive Madness, but no Maelstrom. It's yeah, he had to go for a very scuffed
is under
Void build
attack.
because of his rough early game.
He's actually now going into a shard, so looking for the reverse time. Toby gonna go into the Primal Split and trying to catch somebody out. They'll throw the stun over onto Crit, and they've got the damage to get this kill, so they at least get something out of it. It's only one Primal Split used. They, of course, have the second one. But the Basher's been picked up for Arteezy, and he may want to look in to find a kill, show this thing off.
Time is money.
What's Saberlight got? Looking, Sanjin Yasha.
Sanjin Yasha on Void. It has no damage already. Whew. Like, he's really reliant on his Zeus and the tiny to deal damage then. Like, the reason why Maelstrom is so potent on the hero is because obviously every bash triggers or can trigger your attack modifiers as well. So there's just a massive amount of Maelstrom procs that deal a ton of damage. Saint Yasha doesn't really play into that at all. Like, you want to have at least one modifier usually that deals damage, whether it's a Diffusal or Maelstrom or just a Javelin that goes into MKB, something. And he is going
Radiant's middle tower is under
very
attack.
vanilla Void.
Sometimes vanilla
Obi?
can be okay, but not all the time.
Saber has the pink top already. I
Dire's
don't know if he's looking to
is
fight or
under
not.
attack.
But he's just actually at 0 mana. Like, somebody's gonna feed him a Clarity. Peter! Clarity now!
Hoping your support gives you a clarity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, we'll see how much he really needs it. Meanwhile, Entity, they're grouped up, and coming across the mid lane is EG, so you need to be careful on the side of Entity, but Saberlight, he's looking for an opportunity to maybe drop down a Chrono. There's the jump in, the Solar Guardian comes out. Hand of God, the sustain is in, the Chrono is through on a 3, but the damage is not there. Supernova, Sunray, they might not get the kill to Crit, but they're going to end up losing Toby. No Toby, no Suze. Abed on the run looking for Saberlight with BKB. Once that runs out, he's in trouble. Fishman gone, Nightfall gets the kill there, and Stormer on the run from this
He's just gonna
Dawnbreaker,
cut the
but they're
void.
just going in past the tier 4s for a second to kill
Radiant's
off
middle
Saberlight,
tower is under
who will
attack.
just make it back and survive.
I'm so surprised that Tisa didn't jump on him. Like, if he just hits him twice, he's dead there. So him and Abed not on the same page there, but still a massive teamfight victory for EG once more. And it was a massive chrono, which we're gonna be taking another quick look at. Look at the chronosphere, but look at the damage. Like, Face's Void is not dealing any damage. You can't even kill the Tusk in the chronosphere.
The Sunray, like, the Tusk just dies.
Yeah, but it's because a lot of other heroes deal damage as well. But then, what do you have after that? You blow everything for a support Tusk, and you're done. But look at that, look at that. Arteezy, he could have jumped in if he wanted to, but he was like, nah. I want to be safe.
You know, these games we've said are very important for them.
Yep.
Alright, they found Ahmed. They get the kill there. But is this going to cost the life of anybody? And they're starting to come over on the side of EG.
I just look at the fight without the puck. The puck is such a important tool of theirs. They're still in ages, of course, for 50 seconds, so they shouldn't be too worried. So Aghanim Scepter next. Very interesting, because you can't use it when you're Chronosphered, and they don't have like a great targeted stun that you can enrage out of. And generally, we would just be seeing the Abyssal Blade to be able to jump in and instantly kill someone. Maybe he'll change his mind, we'll see. Stayed out of mana again.
For the
Where is PPD when you need him?
Just bring the mana.
His Aegis is gonna expire, so he will be full mana for any potential fight or farming.
Swapping the treads. Get the mana for some of these abilities here for Arteezy.
Arteezy is all by himself in the bot lane. Like, if Entity actually wanted to capitalize on this and he just TPs him with a chrono right now, he's dead.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of games where Arteezy just kind of wanders up by himself and doesn't get punished for it. We'll see how long he will get away with it, because usually the deeper in the tournament it goes, the more punished you get for something like that.
They're grouped up, they're ready to go. They don't need the Dawnbreaker, obviously has the Solar Guardian to jump into the fight. They're waiting just to see if Entity just trail away a little bit too far from their base. They're corralled in right now. Finally, we have this Ags on the Zeus. It looked like Zeus was gonna have it for a time a lot earlier. Stormer, Avalanche toss, and there's the Nimbus down. They get the kill on a fly to start. He's got buyback. The rest of the team immediately on EG is out.
Dire's middle tower has
Out they
been
go.
denied.
So EG back away and giving a lot of space to Entity to just leave and farm up a little bit more. You can see that Saberlight, he was thinking about the shard, picked up that Yasha, now going to finish that SNY.
Yeah, we'll see how much it does for him. I'm very scared though. Like, it's a great tool against the Coil, but if you're ever fighting against the Ursa, he will just destroy you no matter what you have there. Yep, Arteezy drawing on the map exactly where the enemy is.
Yeah, knowing the exact spot to potentially make a move, but now Phoenix alive. Fly will come back. Is he still going for the refresher? No, okay. He's changed his mind. He's going to the Aeon. Not the refresher anymore.
And this makes a lot more sense. I'm actually surprised he didn't go for the 500 health talent at 15, because he keeps getting bursted every fight. Crit going in. Can't find anything. Katomi maybe? No.
No, he's already far enough away, but the rest of Entity is going to come the other way, and they've got the passes on a Saberlight. They go into the Sword Guardian. He's going to time walk, heal back up. Saberlight, though, he needs to think about how he wants to use this chrono. They get the kill to fly again. He'll drop down the chrono. It's on Arteezy. He's all by himself, but he doesn't have the damage. He's running around doing nothing. He doesn't have anything to put into this, and he'll time walk his health back. They get the kill on a crit. Toby's going to get credit for that one, as they'll drop down the Dream Core with BKB's being bombed, though. Stormer sticking with Arteezy. Fishman's here to try and support this Tiny. They get the kill on Arteezy. Stormer sticking with it, even with the chrono, and Saberlight not doing a lot of damage. They would still going to find this.
One more split.
And Ahmed on the run. Phage shift,
under
split
attack.
again, trying to keep up with him, but he's gonna blink the other way, away from these pandas for the moment, but still Cyclone, still killed, and Saberlight gets credit for the kill on the puck. They take this fight so well, even with a couple of blunders.
I can
But
bear
EG
the
find
sting.
nothing out of
Dire's
it.
bottom tower is under
And it's a
attack.
super fast Roshan too. It's up in 9 seconds. I don't know if they really scouted. They put the skeletons in there now. They could potentially get this Aegis. And there
Dire's
might be an
middle tower
Axe or
is
Refresher
under
in there.
attack.
Alright, this is a massive
Dire's
comeback fight for
middle
Entity.
tower is
Like, I would
falling.
actually give them a big advantage now. It is an Axe. Do they want to go for the Reds or go for the Aegis? Well, Saberlight says Aegis, the team says Rex, so they're going to do both.
They could do both. Now they've got the
Dire's
refresher
middle
on the
tower
Brewmaster.
Dire's
Man,
middle
this
barracks are
feels
under
like
attack.
EG have kind of thrown away their tempo.
Yeah, I really don't know where the
Dire's
last
middle
fight went
barracks.
wrong. Like, Arteezy was completely isolated by himself for like, I don't even know, 18 seconds or so. 4 splits of the Brewmaster, of course, incredibly strong. And now then Aghanims is going to be absolutely massive for maybe even just a Tiny. Like, if a Tiny gets a 3-3 volley, his damage output is going to be insanely high into the chronosphere.
Mags for the Tiny, so he's got the tree volley now.
I actually can't believe that EG lost that fight. They were so far ahead. Look at the Dawnbreaker, man. His Satanic, his BKB mage there, that's why he's so strong. Arteezy should be so strong. But really, like this Aghanim
Dire
Scepter,
are scanning.
it feels kind of lackluster.
Robin going
And
down
Abed
to
is solo
Stormer,
killed.
the Nimbus down, Thunder God's
Well, I say
Wrath.
solo killed, but yeah. Zeus is never really solo, huh?
Not really, and
Dire's
well, now
top
this
tower
top
is
tower is
under
in
attack.
trouble. Double 25 was the double toss.
I bet still no buyback. They could go for another Rex potentially.
Yeah, if they really wanted to, they're going to push out bottom though. Or at least that's what Stormer was showing, potentially even looking for Nightfall. Not sure if they caught the
Dire's
vision on
top
this
tower is under
Dawnbreaker.
attack.
So we have
But
4
now he
splits now.
sees him. Starbreaker, blink away, Avalanche sitting with him, forced to pop the BKB, the tree volley damage! Oh dear!
Huh. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah it is. He's going into the Moon Shard next, and he's almost got it. He's 600 gold away.
Dire's middle barracks are
This
under attack.
is really falling apart here for EG. Like we've been talking about, it's a very important game for both these teams, especially more so for EG in terms of falling out of safety position.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about it. They were like, what, 11 ahead? Now they're 7k behind. And Entity's lineup, late game, just like faces Void, outscales almost every hero in Dota.
Comeback.
So, like, Void himself really doesn't have any damage still, but looks like there's enough damage coming out from Storm to make up for it.
Yeah, the Chrono didn't really do any damage when they were within that Chrono, but it didn't seem to matter.
Time is ready now also for the Zeus probably.
Radiant
Yeah.
are scanning.
A lot more additional magic damage from there as well. And again, this match is very important for EG. They need to win at least one map.
Ahmed on the high ground, and they're going to spot him. Waning Rift, Thunder God's Wrath. They find Saberlight. He looks for the right clicks, goes into the BKB, and now into the Chrono. He goes after the Supernova and blows up the egg. They'll focus their attention on Arteezy. They've got the Sword Guardian. They can kill on a fly. That's only just one dead. Looking to EG, that hands of Saberlight. Avalanche blows the toss coming through. Looking for dead on the side of EG. And now they've got the Dream Coil down. Fishman falls, no Shen, but he does have buyback. Arteezy trying to fight this. He's got the help.
Oh, Stormer dying.
But they get the kill on Ahmed. And they'll look as this.
What's
He's
even
trying to
this
fight
fool?
all the way back. He's got the help from Nightfall. They get the kill on Toby. They get the Beast Point, and now it's Toby who falls. Just Toby is alive. He goes back into the Primal Split. But it's not looking like he'll survive. EG coming all the way through to Team Wipe Entity and lose this puck. I believe there was a couple buybacks in that situation too from both supports on the side of EG. So a 5-for-3 buyback still available on Entity. But that was not the fight that Entity were expecting, especially when they were controlling Arteezy so early.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at that again. Because what you spoke about is very true. Like, they solo Chrono Arteezy again this fight, which, you know, It's really weird because in the Chronos feed you always want to kill the hero at your Chronos, obviously. Just look at the damage that Nightfall is dealing in the back. Arteezy also just sitting at solo health the entire fight, but his enrage plus the enrage he gets from his little jump. It's just barely surviving the entire time, and Nightfall is just completely untouched. Look at how much damage he deals to Saberlight. He's dead. One Starbreaker, he's killed. Full HP. Yeah, like the damage output of both what's her name? Dawnbreaker as well as Earth is just a little bit too overwhelming at this point. Now they even have the Rex count, one side each.
Game net worth is back to even. Nightfall, he's now got this Bloodthorn. He's got 12 charges on the Deso.
12 on the Deso,
He's sitting higher than Arteezy in farm. Stormer, of course, he got that Ag's Blessing, and he's doing a lot of damage, but he needs to be a little bit careful how he goes about this. Then he got his Wrath. Toss up into the air, the tree volley Ahmed. Oh boy.
He didn't phase shift or jaunt into the orb. He was completely caught off guard. Has a buyback though, worst case.
And he's got buyback, worst case, like you said. See if he's able to hold on to that buyback. Spell Prism for the side of Entity. That gonna go.
Should go the Brewmaster.
Yeah,
probably.
Could go Brew. Honestly, it could go to Tiny too.
Could go to Tiny. I just think it's really strong on Brew.
Put Shri Volley on such a low cooldown. But I think he's getting the Ascetics cap, and Brewmaster, he's got the Stormcrafter.
Void actually needs to get a damage item now. He's going for Butterfly, which is kind of already countered because they have a Bloodthorn on the Dawnbreaker. Like, Saberlight is known for his interesting item builds, but if you just went like Cookie Cutter, you know, Satanic, Daedalus, something like that, probably would be the best bet you can have this game. Because so far in every Chrono, I don't think he has killed a single hero yet this game in the Chronosphere.
Feels like this build's maybe even a VOD replay of like God King.
Yeah, very reminiscent of God King for sure. Let's see if he goes into the backtrack or also the Chrono AoE.
He's got Spell Prism, by the way, on Faceless Void.
Oh, he's got it, okay. He's got a Butterfly now too, so his damage output isn't as bad.
You're waiting for Roche. It's a minute and 30 potentially away. So yeah, disassembled the Mask of Madness to get the Butterfly. I would assume that means that Satanic's next on the list here for Saberlight.
Yeah, probably. They would like complete the quote-unquote hard carry duo, right? Satanic plus Butterfly used to be like the go-to build on every agi carry. The game is still in control of Entity, but one more fight like that can definitely turn it around in an instant. Arteezy has buyback now, so does Nightfall.
Like you said about Nightfall, he's got that Bloodthorn, so if he does end up getting the silence onto the Faceless Void with the Butterfly, it doesn't matter. All attacks will have True Strike and 100% chance to crit.
Look at that bed. Sitting up there, nice and cozy.
Time walk in, time walk out, do the Hokey Pokey, and Thunder God's Wrath. Hand of God used very early in this fight. Arteezy looking after Saberlight for the moment. They're fighting near Roche. They'll go to the Primal Split. Time walks over, and the
He chroned his own Tiny.
Got the Chrono, the Solar Guardian trying to come out with the Supernova, but that's going to explode. Saberlight's got the damage to get the kill here onto the egg. Arteezy trying to fight with the BKB, goes into the rage. Right foot's coming out of the Stormer, but the Tornado! Oh, the Tornado from the chin might have just put him out of range of Arteezy, and they get the kill on the fair! Arteezy's gone, toss him in the air on a Nightfall, he'll toss him up again for good measure, and take out Nightfall. I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but I'm going to assume it was. Fishman getting Stormer out of the grasp of Arteezy in that Tornado from the Wildland.
Yeah, and they're just gonna go for the throne. They have no buybacks and 2 supports. Nightfall has to buyback right now.
He will. They have no supports. Arteezy trying to fight, but Legion stunned up, trying to run, trying to hide.
There's no buyback on Arteezy
out.
All right, so now they have a little bit of control. Nightfall coming out with some damage, but toss him into the air. He's already dead. The buyback doesn't even disappear.
He's no weapon to
GG, the right clicks there with the bash is coming in. GG is called by
GG.
and Entity will take game 1.
Middle tower is under attack.
Wow.
Dire's middle tower.
The last teamfight was so well executed. Like, Nightfall was permanently chasing the Zeus, who stayed alive throughout all of it. And the damage output of Ursa, all by himself. So well played by Entity. They were so far behind that one team fight really just brought them back into the game. Like, their late game was way better than EG. EG had the timing, but that one fight, within their timing, they completely fumbled. Entity made them pay for it. There was like one fight where there was some hope for EG because Entity fought like a little bit wrongly.